5 years ago, I had this wonderful idea to start a YouTube channel. And then it sat on a shelf for the 5 years. January of this year, I finally took the plunge and I said, I am going to start my channel and I'm going to go for it, no matter what. I knew that I wanted to create a channel where I could share my life story, where I could share my learned lessons in life, where I could talk about the things that I feel are relevant to me at this stage in my life as a 50-plus single woman that has reinvented herself over and over and over again, and today still is reinventing herself. Hello, friends, family, and perfect strangers. I am Gloria. Welcome to the Bounce Back. This is my newly created channel. Now, I started in January. I started uploading videos. I was on a roll. I was doing great. And then I was met with 8 things that almost had me quit. Number 1, I started to look at those videos. Every time I recorded, I would look at the videos and I became very critical of everything about me. I watch even the people that would probably say, I'm a hot mess. I love that. I love that authenticity about them, that they're not worried about their grays, that they're not worried about, how they look physically, or if they've got wrinkles, or if they're missing a tooth. Who cares? They're doing their thing. So why am I holding myself back? Number 2, imposter syndrome. Man, imposter syndrome came knocking at my door so loudly. And I had to really assess that. I had to really think about, what is it that makes me think that I'm not worthy of sharing my knowledge with others? Why do I feel like as if somehow I don't add value to other people's lives? That has been an internal struggle. Sometimes I would say I'm not worthy. Wrong. I am so worthy, and so are you. You know what's the worst case scenario? It will resonate with some and it won't with others. My content is not always gonna be received in the manner that I'd love it to be by everyone. But I take solace in this. YouTube has millions and millions of people. I'm sure in that sea of people, there will be some that will like what I have to offer. But from imposter syndrome came number 3, which was fear. And the fear that I was experiencing was the fear that friends or family might see me creating these videos. And I was afraid that they will judge me, that they will somehow see me differently, that somehow they will learn something about me that I hadn't shared before. And here's what I say to you, friends and family. If you are watching this and you're seeing me for the first time, hearing something for the first time that you didn't know about me, this is an opportunity for us to do our relationship on a different level, to know ourselves in a different way. If you feel like my putting my content out there is not for you, that's okay too. Don't name them, and that way you keep the peace and you get to keep those friends and family in your life. Those of you that watch my content know that I always start my introduction with, hello friends, family, and perfect strangers. I know that I'm talking right now to mostly strangers, but if I'm talking to my friends and family, you are welcome here. Number 4, oh my goodness, can we talk about technology? So technology was one of those things that made me want to quit almost instantly. First, it was not knowing how to download a video. Then it was not knowing how to edit the video. Then it was not knowing how to upload the video. And I had to do a lot of searching, like a lot of research around this. And then, of course, I wanted to be a real YouTuber, and I went out and I bought myself an Osmo 3, the Osmo Pocket 3, the DJI camera. My daughter has one of them, and I see her content and I absolutely love it. And I think that it's a great tool. It's tiny, it's discreet. It's not like having your phone out and, being in public. I thought that I was going to be able to take this little camera very discreetly and carry it with me. I'm still struggling with being able to go out in public and do any kind of recordings. So on my bucket list, that is one of the things that I am trying to work on, and that is being a little bit more bold and getting out there with my camera. Every once in a while, I go to a coffee shop and I put my camera facing me, and I find myself asking people like around me, is it okay if I have my camera on? And then it creates a conversation, and then of course I don't record. I start talking and I forget to record. But I'm learning to be more comfortable with that. So I've had to learn how to go from using this camera to being able to download the video so that I can edit it and so forth. So when I first set this up, I couldn't for the life figure out why it wasn't recording. And so of course, I went to another level of technology in ChatGPT. And I was like, hey, I bought this camera, blah, blah, blah. It's not working. It's not recording. And, so it asks me, or basically we sort of like troubleshoot, does it say this and that on the screens or whatever. And then I felt like as if ChatGPT was kind of rudely saying, did you remember to put an SD card in there? Which I didn't. Really, frankly, I didn't know I needed an SD card. I thought it was already, sort of like inside the camera. This is what I'm talking about technology. It's learning all these nuances and just having to do that research. It's been fun, interesting, very frustrating at times. I'm sticking to what I know for the time being, and I'm going to slowly learn more technology as I go through this creating content journey. So technology has been a challenge. And then number 5 takes me to, what is my niche? I don't know what my niche is. And you know what? Here's what I'm going to say about niche. You don't have to know what your niche is right off the bat. I have a particular demographic that I was trying to reach out to, and that is the 50 plus, that person that is going through midlife, that is starting over, reinventing themselves, that is sort of stuck in this new world of having to learn technology and having to create new friendships and having to sort of figure things out on their own. I wanted to create community with this demographic because I feel like we can really bounce off each other. Did I have something specific that I want to talk to? Not necessarily. Perhaps as I go through this learning and creating more content, I may start to see me shift into a different area. And when and if that happens, I'll have to assess it then. Number 6 is content. Everything is content. Everything is content. I went to the supermarket and I saw beautiful strawberries and I did a video on these strawberries. I mean, they were beautiful strawberries, but I have had so many views on this little video of strawberries. So don't let content be what holds you back. And then number 7 has been the social media rabbit hole for me. I've always had Instagram and Facebook, and I use it very lightly. But what I noticed is, as I was watching more and more YouTube videos, I guess the algorithm was pulling me towards a certain demographic. And what they talk about is how to monetize, how to, make more money on your content and stuff. And then I found myself going, ooh, maybe I should try this. Maybe I should try that. And then I became very overwhelmed because I was like, I don't want to spend every minute of my day recording videos and, creating content for different platforms. I'm okay with just being here on YouTube, creating for YouTube. And if it grows organically, I am so happy about that. So far, I've had people watching my content and I'm so grateful for that, right? I am so incredibly grateful for the subscribers that have been coming onto my channel. And I'm hopeful that one day it will become a monetized channel, but it's not something that I'm willing to drive myself completely and utterly crazy creating content day in and day out for. But again, everything is content. Number 8 is authenticity. So incredibly important to me. I said it from day one. I want to be just what you see is what you get. I want to authentically bring you my content. I want to talk about things that are relevant to me. And if that somehow resonates with you, if it somehow touches your soul, then, I'm glad. I'm glad that I've been able to somehow reach you. And that is the whole objective, is to be able to have a space where I can talk about things as I journey through life. Every once in a while, I find that I meet people that are wanting to say what I'm saying, but are too afraid to say it in person. This is a great way to be able to speak to the things that you shy away from when you're in person. You got nothing to fear. My friends, thank you so much for being here today, for listening to my rant about the things that were keeping me from wanting to continue on with YouTube. I'm glad that I'm sticking it through. I'm glad that I'm committing to myself, because it is very therapeutic, believe it or not, to be able to just release, to let go some of my fears and to let go some of the things that hold me back. If today's content has hit home for you, please like, subscribe, comment down below. That is the best way that we can have a dialogue going. Until next time, my friends, I am Gloria, and this has been my bounce back. Take care, everyone. Till next time.